Welcome everybody. This is your boy Faking No Moves, and unfortunately today I am gonna have to host this podcast all alone because my co-host, Working Genius, is not answering my text messages. I don't know where he's at. He posted a picture on social media, and I think he's at the airport with a Houston ticket, and he's living up to his word, and he's ready to see his boys do it.
Houston, we have a motherfucking problem because the Working Genius and ATL just touched down in Houston, and we got more touchdowns to come. Speaking of it,
Hey, I'm just fucking playing with you, as you know, and you hear the voice. Working Genius is here, and he's happy as a motherfucker because Atlanta is going to the Super Bowl, and we know who they're facing. It's the New England Patriots. They're back. We all still hate them, and it is what it is. We got a lot to talk about today.
yeah, we got a good amount. We're going to talk about the two conference championship games, get into a little recap of that, maybe go into some early Super Bowl predictions. Then after that, we'll probably take a little break, then come back, follow it up with maybe some music, maybe get into a little bit of the Rumble card, depending on how much time we got.
Definitely. We have to talk about the Rumble. We have to look at the card. And we still got one more week. We got Raw and SmackDown coming up. So you know we're going to hit you with our regular Thursday episode. But let's just get started, man. Atlanta versus Green Bay. The two big dogs in the NFC going head to head. Aaron Rodgers and Matty Ice. Honestly, I just got one thing to say. MVP. I think we should get an MVP chant going. Definitely.
You want me to start the MVP chant?
You know what we're going to do? We're just going to sprinkle it in there, right there.
MVP. You already know it was Matty Ice on the scene today. Matty Ice was on the scene strong today.
Word.
I don't even know what his numbers ended up being, but it looked like he scored like 12 touchdowns. It looked like he picked off Aaron Rodgers at least twice on his own, just Matty Ice. That was how much he was doing out there. Very few mistakes, if any. There was some snap troubles here and there. But aside from that, we looked like a well-oiled fucking machine out there. I was hype. I was screaming at my TV. When I watched the Falcons play, you know nobody's invited over. It's a me thing. It's a personal thing. I'm in like the box. I got like box seats. I'm in the press box, just me alone watching my guys, and we definitely put in that work today.
I like that. I like that a lot. And honestly, man, Matt Ryan had a hell of a game. He actually had 392 yards, 4 touchdowns. Julio Jones had 2 touchdowns today. Matt Ryan actually rushed in and got his own touchdown as well. So add that on top of his stats. And it was just an MVP performance. And I think it was a big statement. So I got to give you that. Much props to your team. Congratulations. It was a hell of a fucking game, man. And what can I say about that defense? Because for a minute, they were on 0.
You can say a lot about that defense. Talk about it.
Man, no, you gonna have to talk about that.
Man, I was surprised myself a bit. Like I know we're tough, but just the way, see, they were moving the ball on us. That's why I wasn't too hype on it. They were moving the ball on us, and it looked like the way Seattle moved the ball on us in that very first drive last week.
Okay.
Where they just went right up the field, and it was like, damn, But this time they moved the ball, but we were able to force turnovers. We got lucky on the first drive; they missed a field goal. After that, we were able to force a fumble on that Ripkowski run, where he got into like the 5. And when our defense can play with a lead, when we can jump out with a lead, we get a lot more aggressive. That's the benefit.
That fumble definitely boosted the defense for the rest of the game and set a tone. Even though Aaron Rodgers and the Packers started to score, they scored, a little bit. And it was too late. It was too late because you guys already had your foot on the pedal, on the gas. It was already a well-oiled machine, like you said. And what a game. What a fucking game compared to this night game that just happened that we just finished watching, Patriots and Steelers. You know, that was a crazy game too, but it was a little boring. It wasn't as
It's
exciting. But
snooze
it
fest.
was crazy. Like the outcome is crazy. And we definitely got to get into that as well. Steelers for the second straight week only hitting field goals.
Yeah, it was odd to see. It's. I mean, they did lose Le'Veon early. Yeah, we could talk about that.
Yep.
But just the fact that they've been struggling so much is difficult for me to understand, especially because I don't anyway believe that the Patriots defensively are that good. I just don't see it.
Yeah. And I don't know because the defense is looking good. Like I don't know. To me, this game it did look good at least. But at the same time, like I said last week, if any one of his weapons go off, they easily get him that W. As much as I wanted the Steelers to win, and I picked them, and if you heard my score prediction, you know that I was completely wrong. I didn't even want to make a score prediction, but who would have thought it would have been a 30 something to 9 blowout?
I mean, definitely not me. I wasn't much better on the score predictions. I think I predicted 26-23 Steelers. It was actually my first wrong prediction of the playoffs. I picked the wrong team, and then the score wasn't even close. But I made up for it because I think my Atlanta prediction was somewhat close. But even that game, the score ended up being a much larger deficit than we anticipated.
Yeah, your score prediction for the Atlanta game was pretty close though. If you remember what it was like 34-28. You said, and then you was
Mm,
like, but I would rather it 34 or 38.
I definitely wanted Atlanta to
38,
score 38.
yeah, 38-28. You said, but I would rather it be 38-24. But it was twenty-one
Some shit
forty-four,
like
even
that.
worse.
Yeah, even better for
Even
me.
better for you, for real. So that was cool. But Patriots versus Atlanta, that's the Super Bowl.
112-4.
112-4.
Something like that. I'm
Cause
I'm in that ballpark.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
What do you think?
Oh man. Wow. I can't even make a prediction. I'm definitely not gonna attempt to make a prediction right now at this stage. But I will say the way I think Patriots defense been looking, going up against the firepower that the Atlanta Falcons have, it's gonna make for a hell of a fucking game. I'll tell you that much.
35-27.
Okay.
Something like that.
Nah, I would go crazy. 51 to represent the Super Bowl
Yeah, okay.
against
Oh,
50.
by
Nah,
the way,
51-50. The all-time scoring Super Bowl in history. Making history. Nah, imagine.
I don't think we allowed them to score that much. I mean, look at the job we did against Green Bay. And I mean, Brady is Brady, and Belichick is Belichick, and they're gonna find a way. But I don't know, they've been scoring decently well, and but we did do a good job on Rodgers, and we're gonna. I think we could if we could force some mistakes. That's what it comes down to. We were fortunate to force some mistakes, and with if our offense could play at the level it's playing, then all we need to do is force like 2 punts to get an advantage. You know what I mean? Or force one or two turnovers, and
You
and
need
we
a
could pretty
few
much run
stops.
away with it.
Yeah. You need some
Exactly.
stops, and then you gotta hit them hard and show them you're not scared.
Gotta say, gotta say.
Things that you have mentioned in the past with the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, I gotta mention this. Dan Quinn, our head coach, second year, uh, has absolutely changed the culture. Um, I have to say, congrats to him. This is actually his third Super Bowl in the last 4 years. I don't know if you knew that because
No.
he was with the Seahawks. He was the Seahawks defensive coordinator for the Broncos win when the
Wow.
Seahawks beat the Broncos and when the Seahawks lost to the Patriots. Last
Wow.
year it was the Broncos Panthers, so he wasn't involved. But this year he's back in the Super Bowl again, so that's pretty fucking awesome.
Wow. That is. Let's
We're
congratulate him on
building
that
a
for
dynasty.
sure. That for sure.
Dan Quinn, if you want to come join the No Politics podcast, we out here. I know
Not
you busy.
let's talk
I know
about
you
this real
busy a little
quick.
bit. Wait, man,
Let's
I love Dan Quinn. Go ahead.
No, shout out to Dan Quinn. That is amazing. I did want to talk about though, honestly, not because their defense is, amazing and I'm gonna go all off. But let's just mention that they did shut out Antonio Brown. He didn't have no crazy plays. He didn't score. And, you know, let's just hope that the media and the fans are as hard on Antonio Brown as they are on Odell Beckham. What you talking about distractions? He damn near live chatted in the damn dressing room. So that was
Yeah,
a distraction,
AB.
but nobody would know. But the thing is, nobody's going to do that at AB, and I don't want them to do that at AB. I'm not serious. But why they do that to Odell, and then somebody like him don't show up? I mean, well, he didn't have drop passes. Oh, wow. You know what I mean?
Bro, AB is regarded as one of the hardest working men in the
Nah,
NFL.
I feel you, but I just feel it's unfair. It's unfair what they do to Odell.
I don't think anyone questions AB's like work ethic and
No,
his
a few
commitment
people
to the
did. A few
game.
people did, and it was nothing crazy. But I just feel like they slander Odell for no reason.
Because
Like,
Odell's always
okay,
acting out.
oh man.
Odell being low business. Shout
But
out to
I
Odell.
don't
Come
want to
join
make
us
this.
on the
I
No
don't.
Politics podcast.
Yeah. But I don't want to make this about me.
Yeah,
Let's
nah,
just continue on with our conversation, our regular scheduled program.
yeah, I didn't
And
like that.
yeah, nah, fuck that whole conversation right there, man. That shit's about nothing. I'm just being dumb. Yeah, man. Let's talk about some fucking wrestling.
Damn, already?
Yeah.
Wait, I want to talk about us a little more. I can't do that.
You want to talk about Atlanta
Let me see.
still?
Last thing I want to say. You made a point with Belichick, the Patriots, and dealing with AB, and Julio might see that same kind of, attention. He definitely will see that same
Yeah,
kind
he
of attention.
definitely Super Bowl. That's the big
But
lights too.
but
But
if you watch the Falcons on offense, you'll notice Julio spends a lot of time on the sidelines.
okay.
There's a lot of times we come out in an offensive set and Julio is not on the field.
Yeah.
Because with his nagging injuries, he's always on and off the field. Every time you see him make a catch, he usually gets off the field.
Man, I just feel like the Patriots are dirty.
Yeah, but if my point is
Le'Veon Bell gets hurt.
Ball.
What are the chances?
Okay. I don't think. Oh, you meant dirty. Like I thought you meant dirty. Like they're dope. Like they're good.
No,
you meant dirty.
They're
Like
dirty. I'm saying like they just get all the chances and 9 Super Bowls. This is the 9th Super
come
Bowl.
on, bro.
I mean,
but that's not because they're dirty or because they get chances.
They cheat. They cheat.
Get the fuck out of here. Oh my God, you're being real controversial. Oh man, no way. I mean, I hear this from Giants fans all the time that hate on the Patriots, bro. And I know that's who you being right now.
But I'm still not making my prediction till next week.
Okay, well, regardless of that, that's bullshit, man. The Patriots, come on, you can't question Brady or Belichick at this point.
So who you going for? You trading sides? You switching
No,
sides?
but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I know y'all Giants fans always like to complain about the Patriots cheating. Man, the Patriots are fucking an awesome fucking organization.
Yeah.
Like you can't even hate on that, man. They the last 17 years, how many Super Bowls they been to?
Yeah.
Like,
come on. I have to hate. What do you mean I can't?
Okay, but let me get back to my point. Stop cutting in which is fishing for some giant stuff. You just fishing over here. You start with the Odell AB thing. Now you're talking about the Patriots. With Julio, he spends a lot of time on the sidelines, and that does not hinder our offense. Like, even when he's not even out there as like a decoy, like we can still move that ball. So even if they lock in on Julio, I don't think that's going to deter us from moving the ball. That's what I had to say. I'm also very happy about the Falcons win. This is the last I'm gonna speak on it. I became a fan back in what 2002 or 2003, and I've witnessed two NFC Championship games prior. One against the Eagles when we had Vic, and the one in 2012 against San Francisco. I've experienced a lot of heartbreaking losses. The Falcons have a lot of games. Like I know a lot of people don't see them, but a lot of times we play down to the wire games through the regular season. Matt Ryan is one of the best fourth quarter comeback quarterbacks there is, and game winning drives. If you check those stats, he's near the top of the league, and so I've seen him do it over and over and over. And for a while, he wasn't getting respect because he kept losing in the playoffs. But a lot of that had to do with what I thought was poor coaching and terrible defense. Our defense was bottom of the league pretty much every year when we were in those playoffs, when in those playoff games, and finally our defense was able to step up. We finally got solid coaching, and I'm thrilled. It's been a long time coming, but the job ain't done, and we'll talk more about this in a week. 2 weeks to go, one game to go. Hopefully, I bring that trophy home, metaphorically.
And there's nothing I could say better than that, man.
I know. But with that, we can move on to some wrestling.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about wrestling. We got Royal Rumble coming up. We got Monday Night Raw coming up. SmackDown coming up. The card right now is Raw heavy. So will they add some SmackDown matches? We don't know. But we're gonna make some predictions from what's going on right now at this moment. What is set in stone actually? Excuse me, right?
Fine with that. Yep.
All right, man. Let's do this. First match.
Start with least relevant. You know how we do the pay-per-views.
Definitely. We're gonna
start with the least relevant. Roman Reigns.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Rich Swann and Neville. I mean, they're going to have a good match. I hope they shine. Pay-per-view time, pay-per-view time, all eyes is big time. So I'm not even going to hate on this segment. I just don't think Raw's the right fit for them. I think 205 Live has to be its own, and they have to show out on 205 Live. So that's going to be a good match, but that's the first match we're going to talk about. Does Neville get the belt?
I think he does. I think it would be weird to have him come on as strong as he did. I believe he's still undefeated. He's absolutely ran through that division. And I just don't think it would make sense for him to be built this way, as dominant as he's been built, and not take the title off of Rich Swann. Despite the fact that I know we always talk about it, do they want to keep moving the belt so much? But at this point, nobody can stop Neville, is what it seems like. And I think he'll be the one. He'll be the first cruiserweight to have a long reign with that title.
Yeah, and if anything, he can actually be the one cruiserweight that actually might be able to bring the attention to Raw and make them, branch out and be better and more important, because he transcends. The fans love him. If you saw him on the UK tournament when he had his match with Tommy N, which was a dope match, the fans were going nuts. So, he got that worldwide appeal, and for him to be a champion is only right. So I think he gets the win as well.
Not only that, but because he's already been a part of like the main roster and not just the cruiserweight division, he could even be the one that kind of takes that title and feuds with people who aren't just cruiserweights. He can show like, yeah, I'm a cruiserweight, but I could still fuck with the big boys. You know what I'm saying? And that'll really make that championship look good.
And that also would go against what I said. They don't even make these guys interact with people backstage. He's the one wrestler that will be able to do that.
Exactly right.
In that division, at least.
Yep.
But moving on, the next match on the list, it looks like, will be Charlotte Flair versus Bayley. Which, Charlotte, I think this is an easy prediction. I'm not even going to waste too much time on this. She has the streak. Does the streak continue? I'd say yes. WWE tends to do crazy things. So I'm going with Charlotte, but who knows?
I know. and I'm going to tell you right now, the streak lives. If they're going to if they're going to break the streak, it's going to be at like WrestleMania or SummerSlam or a Royal Rumble, which it is the Royal Rumble. But I think with Bayley, the way you really build her is by having her fall short multiple times and struggle over and over and over, kind of like Daniel Bryan, until she finally reaches the mountaintop on the grandest stage of them all, like WrestleMania. I don't know if that means this WrestleMania, but I think the way you build Bayley is by having her fail over and over before she finally does it, and this will present another failure basically. And I believe Charlotte said it recently that she still has like tricks up her sleeve. And we saw Dana recently, and she's not always out there with her, but we know if Charlotte needs her, she'll be there.
You're
And
right.
and with Sasha feuding with Nia Jax, there's no guarantee that Sasha will be there for Bayley to even that score. And with Dana in her corner, Charlotte's not going to lose this title or the match, basically.
Maybe we'll see the premiere of Emelina.
That could be interesting, but I'm not too intrigued by that character. That's
Maybe
the
I was
little I'm going to
joking.
say on it. I hope so. I'm glad.
But it looks like it's going to be a long year for Bailey if they're going to use that approach. So I definitely get what you're saying. But, it's been done. She's been doing it her whole career. So who knows? There's a little saying that goes, "My time is now." So who knows whose time it is? Charlotte right now though has that streak, so I gotta go with Charlotte.
Agreed.
The next match on the card, the one SmackDown Live match, AJ Styles defending his title against John Cena, which has had an awesome build. It's the one strong thing that has definitely came out of SmackDown. Uh, One of the strongest things.
There you go.
It's definitely number one though.
I didn't want to have to
But
correct you.
they might have to do something with the tag titles. Maybe like a tag title gauntlet with Raw and SmackDown to see who's the better team or something. That'll be something cool. Or Intercontinental belt. I don't know what's going on with that because Dean's in the Rumble, right?
Yeah. I don't think that'll be
So
defended.
so AJ Styles versus John Cena, man. What you think?
This is a really tough one for me. I want to say that AJ Styles retains because I want him to retain. He's been the hottest thing that the WWE has going, and I think he deserves to go into WrestleMania as champion. I think he's earned it, and I think it wouldn't be the right decision to have Cena, who is basically turned into a part-timer, come in and take the title off him just to have something like a Cena Taker at Mania or whatever the hell they got planned. I just don't think Cena needs to be the one to have the title going into Mania. I just don't see it. Then again, SmackDown has the Elimination Chamber next month, so it kind of adds some question marks as
You're right.
far as will the title change hands then?
You read my
if
mind.
Cena wins, if they give this win to Cena, does AJ Styles find a way to win it back at Elimination Chamber? Like, who knows? Another thing that I always think of when it comes to these super pay-per-views where both brands are on it is that AJ Styles is in the same building as the club. Now I know that they've been separate, but that's for obvious reasons. They're on different shows. But when they're under the same roof and on the same pay-per-view, do we see something? Personally, I'd rather Styles win clean, of course, but they don't love to do that, especially against a guy like Cena, even though Styles has beaten him fairly clean before. But I think take advantage of these big pay-per-views when both rosters are in the building. That's
There's only a
personally
few
what
twists
I
they can
think.
do. One of them is like turning John Cena into a bad guy, but that might never happen, and that probably won't.
Especially with him
Uh,
as a part-timer, I just don't see it.
yeah, but the other is having Cena take the belt off him, or AJ Styles defending. But then the question mark, like you said, is does Taker face one of them for the belt? Because even AJ Styles could face Taker, and we really don't know what's in store for WrestleMania, especially with Elimination Chamber coming up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's crazy.
Wait, but if I have to make a prediction, I'm gonna say that AJ Styles walks out as champion.
AJ Styles.
Yeah.
I don't know why I want to be stupid and just pick John Cena.
I don't
Just
know.
to just
But
do
be
it.
stupid then.
I'm going John Cena. Imagine John Cena fucking ties Ric Flair. Nah, it's
I
not
don't want
happening.
to.
AJ Styles.
Okay.
AJ Styles, man. I'm going AJ Styles. Oh man. You like that, right? You like that swerve. Put us on the WWE network. $10.99
This is
a
$9.99.
month.
But we charge $10.99 because the extra dollar we use as revenue for us. We need
Exactly. So, if you guys want a free trial,
that. We
here's
don't
a
do free
promo
trials.
code. We're gonna give you guys a promo code at the end of the podcast. Nah, we wish. That would be amazing, right? WWE give us the hookup and we hook up the people listening. But okay, I'm going
that
AJ
would be
Styles as
crazy.
well. Next match, you want to move on to the next match?
Well, I'm ready.
The next match was Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns. Is gonna be
Chris Jericho in the Shark Tank thing.
with Chris Jericho in the Shark Tank thing. If you notice, I said it is, or it was. It was because I've seen this match a million times, like you mentioned. Nah. But yeah, okay. So what do you think? I think I kind of have a little bit of idea because you spoke about it previously a couple episodes ago. I think that
Had
was
to be
live.
about a month ago.
Yeah, about a month ago, about how NXT kind of did something with that same situation.
Paul Ellering and the Authors of Pain. Yep.
So that's very possible that something like that could happen. I think Kevin Owens has something up his sleeve. Everybody says Roman Reigns is going to take it. Damn, this is crazy. Just to think, last year, Roman Reigns was putting it on the line in the Rumble. And this year now, he's going to win it at the Rumble. And they're going to boo him again like 3 Rumbles straight. Or like 4 Rumbles straight. That's gonna be historical. We're never gonna forget it.
Oh man. So what are you saying? Who's your
I'm
pick?
saying Roman Reigns wins.
Okay. I think that the general consensus to this point has been Roman Reigns taking that title off Owens. I mean, they haven't even made his reign look good. It's almost like they're just begging for it to end because it's like they're just having him look stupid week in, week out, look weak, look like a coward, and it's almost as though they just he doesn't need to be champion if that's how you're gonna book him. Why have him as your main champion if you're gonna make him look super weak the way he has? And so I think everyone pretty much thinks Reigns wins. But like you mentioned, Jericho and Owens could both have something up their sleeve because even though he'll be in the Shark Tank above the ring, that doesn't mean that doesn't mean he won't drop a little weapon in or something while the ref isn't looking, and he can find a way to get involved in this match with something like that. I think if the WWE is smart, they have Owens retain for multiple reasons. One being, like you said, Reigns would get booed crazy, I'm pretty sure. Secondly, everyone expects Reigns, so why not have Owens keep it? And then book him right down the stretch going into Mania. Don't book him to be weak as you messed.
But
You've pretty much ruined it to this point.
WWE has a show on WWE Network called Swerve.
Okay.
And they leave all the swerves for that show.
Okay.
So they're not even gonna do it.
I know, but I just think to think Reigns is walking out of the Rumble as champion, as the Universal Champion, and going into Mania possibly having the main event at WrestleMania again is like you're just oh man, you're just begging to be booed.
You're begging to maybe losing the ratings the following Monday night
Yeah, it's like
and
we've
leading
seen
into
this.
Tuesday night when everybody really wants to see the outcome of John Cena and AJ Styles.
Yeah, I mean,
So, and all in all, what's your pick?
man, this is tough. I want Owens, but I'm gonna say Reigns. Reigns is my pick.
Reigns is your pick. All right.
Unfortunately.
I think this night was full of a lot of swerves, and I think I should pull a swerve and say that we shouldn't pick our picks for the 30-man Royal Rumble. We should wait and see what happens Monday and Tuesday and see if they announce anybody else or see any little, scuffles happen.
Okay. So how's
You know what
this?
I mean?
How's this for an idea?
It's what's up?
Instead of saying who we think is gonna win, what if we just point out a few things we'd like to see happen?
Okay, we
How's
can
that?
definitely do that.
Because
I like
if
that.
we save that for Wednesday, then we might be going over time if we have to describe what we'd like to see happen, plus the winners, plus Raw, plus SmackDown, all of that.
Yeah.
So let's just a few things you'd like to see happen, maybe some returns, maybe some specific things.
All right. I mean, I would definitely love to see Samoa Joe. That's number one. Samoa Joe, I would like to see make an appearance and debut on the main roster and stay on the main roster. As for surprise and returns, I don't know. Like, I just love to just watch it, man. I'm one of those. But knowing who's gonna be in the Rumble, I can't wait to see like Undertaker interact with everybody. Like Undertaker's probably gonna be the last man in the Rumble.
That's what I would assume.
And damn, I don't want. I'm gonna get into predictions. I can't do it, man. What do you want to see? Since it was your idea,
Definitely, I want to see Samoa Joe. That's one.
number one. Unanimous.
I said this a few weeks ago. I want to see Samoa Joe eliminate Lesnar and Goldberg. Just like that'll.
I forgot about that.
That if they want to give him a major push, that's a great start. Plus, you don't have Goldberg or Lesnar eliminate each other, and that could be, that'll be a huge boost for Samoa Joe. Next thing I want to see Finn Balor return.
Of course.
A lot of people don't believe he's ready.
See, when I was thinking returns, I was thinking legends.
No, I know what you mean.
What they do with legends.
I figured that's what you were thinking.
Yeah.
But Finn Balor, people say he's not ready. They don't think he's ready. They think he'll be back by Mania. I think he's ready. I think he's ready. I mean, who the fuck knows? I'm no expert.
I mean, last week I mentioned like he looked good at the UK tournament. I think he's healthy, and I think he can return on Royal Rumble pay-per-view. But who knows? I hope so. Honestly, that's another one. Like, I want to see that. Of course, that's up there on the list.
I had a quick question.
And if he wins, that is the best way to end the fucking pay-per-view, of course. But WWE, okay, I'm contradicting myself because they do swerves, but the bad kind that nobody likes.
Okay, I agree with that.
Like, who knows what, like, the Royal Rumble is always up for grab. Like, who knows,
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Okay, question. I was under the impression when they announced that Lesnar and Goldberg were the first two entrants of the Royal Rumble, I was under the impression that meant that they were announcing that they'd be the first two in the ring. Am I wrong with that?
You're wrong.
Because the way they said it, I was like, oh, Lesnar and Goldberg, the first two entrants. They just meant the first two to declare.
Exactly.
But they said it kind of stupid.
All the more. Who comes out first, Goldberg or Lesnar?
Wait, so I'm stupid for that, or they said it kind of stupid? Because I
got that impression that you did think that.
I definitely thought that.
Does he know that it's not really that it's like they're still gonna randomly come out?
No, I definitely thought that they were saying like they'll be first
maybe
two
I'm
in the ring.
Maybe I'm misinterpreting it, but I think it's gonna be random still.
I think I'm wrong because I've seen it. I've seen
All right,
other
so
people
here's
say.
another early prediction. I feel like the Miz will be like number one,
I
or
think. Go ahead.
someone like Harper, and then fucking James Ellsworth comes out second.
No way.
That's another like early prediction.
It'll
Like
be James Ellsworth is gonna be in the ring when there's nobody but big guys in the ring. Like someone's gonna clean house early on or
it's gonna
some
be like
shit.
Taker, everybody, and then
Yeah,
James Ellsworth.
not Taker, because Taker would probably be by the time Taker's in. I would
Yeah,
assume Ellsworth is out, but it'll be like Lesnar or Goldberg or Samoa Joe, and Ellsworth will
yeah.
come out. Another thing.
Ooh,
Go ahead.
damn. We gotta save it for the predictions, but I don't want to forget this one because this one just came to my head. What if we saw like a James Ellsworth versus Gilbert in the Rumble, and all the big men are like watching them? You
That
know what
would
I
be
mean? I would
awesome.
love to see something like that.
That would be awesome. Another more obvious one is Ty Dillinger, but
Uh-huh.
everyone's saying have him come out at 10. Obviously,
Yeah, yeah.
I think Miz should come out at 10 as
That'd be
as
awesome.
like a
No
swerve,
pun intended.
and then Dillinger comes out at 11 and goes at it with
Yo,
Miz.
that
I
would
could
be
see that.
that would be like the ultimate troll.
I could see that. And Miz is that guy.
Yeah.
Everyone's been saying Dillinger at 10. Have Miz come out at 10. And then Dillinger right after at 11. I think that would be awesome. Because too many people are on board with the have him come out at 10 bandwagon that you can't have that happen at this point.
Now that's a swerve.
I think that would be dope.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Imagine they do it,
I would hope so. Now, how
right?
do we feel about Kenny Omega? Not happening? I think everyone feels like it's not happening.
The consensus is it's not happening. But did you hear that same video that's going around where everyone's predicting who's gonna be in the Rumble? Seth Rollins mentioned Omega and they edited it out.
Now, why would they edit it out?
Who knows?
Is that their way of saying,
I would love
nah,
to see
let's
Kurt Angle in the Royal Rumble.
I think
You
that
know,
I
things
think
I want to
that's
see.
less likely than Omega.
You know what I mean?
I think it's less likely than Omega.
I don't know.
Wait, so you
Fucking,
think Angle is more likely than Kenny Omega?
you never know, man.
I'd say Omega won't
He's
be in it.
ready. He's been waiting. He had a few matches to tune up. He faced Cody Rhodes not too long ago.
Okay, I remember that.
Yeah. You never know.
Okay.
That's my man.
I don't think either of them will be in it. As much as I'd
Intelligence,
hope for them to be in it.
integrity, intensity. The three eyes. I
Okay.
gotcha. I remember this week.
It only took a few days.
And I didn't even have to Google it. It just came to me. I remembered. That's my word.
I'm pretty sure they're all very impressed.
Oh man.
But what else? Is that all we got so far? I mean, I can't really think of too many
as
other
a
things.
surprise, he downplayed the Royal Rumble at his appearance and tag teamed with Enzo and Cass. I mean, Enzo and Cass should be in the Rumble. They mix it up. Rusev's gonna definitely be in the Rumble.
Yeah,
So, we'll see.
I think. Oh man, there's so many different elements in the Rumble that it's so hard to break it down. Do you think that it'll be like 15 SmackDown, 15 Raw generally, or like 13 SmackDown,
No,
13 Raw, and then
because
4 for like surprises and returns?
surprises. You know, another surprise I would like to see Tyler Bate make his like main roster kind of rub
Yeah.
and come out in the Royal Rumble. The UK champion, the 19-year-old, he defied the odds. Can he win the Royal Rumble? It's not gonna make him or break him if he gets eliminated. It's just like to put him in there with those other people.
Yeah, and have him have a good showing. Actually,
That'd be cool.
now that you mentioned it, first of all, I think that's a great idea. Second of all, I watch What Culture on YouTube. Shout out to What
Yeah.
Culture. I think what they do for wrestling is awesome. So they booked the Royal Rumble from start to finish. Literally,
Really?
yeah, it's a brilliant video. It's about a half-hour video from first entrant to 30th entrant, literally every single elimination.
Wow.
It's awesome. And he mentions Tyler Bate as well. He says that this would be the perfect time for his debut to give him a rub on and have him, either eliminate someone that you wouldn't expect him to,
fucking
something like
eliminate
that.
Braun Strowman. Nah,
yeah,
that ain't happening.
not that big, but
that ain't happening. Titus O'Neil, he could definitely dump Titus.
Isn't Titus O'Neil's whole thing that he can't
Titus
get
is
a
scrubbing
spot
right now? He's scrubbing up.
I thought Titus's whole thing was he can't get a spot in the Rumble because he's been losing the New Day.
I forgot. But he'll probably get it.
He'll probably pop up anyway.
Come on, you know that song's going here. Everybody's gonna look like, how the fuck? How the fuck you getting this shit?
Yeah. I mean, who else? Are cruiserweights gonna be involved?
Who knows? Come on, Neville not get a spot.
But that's the thing. Like, they've separated them so much.
TJ Perkins not get an opportunity?
I
could see TJ in it.
I agree. I mean, I would hope for sure I could see Neville in it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They almost seem like they belong to different universes at this point.
Yeah. But it'll be the perfect time to mix them together. I think that's all for WWE, really. Next week we'll see how the rest of the card shapes up. We'll make our final predictions. Maybe we might have a prediction switch or two. But yeah, man. Other than that, you want to continue? You got anything else to say?
I think that's pretty much it for me. This has been a Dirty Bird special.
Yep.
And we had to hit y'all with a Sunday night, Monday morning podcast. We didn't get to do it last week, extenuating circumstances as we went over on Wednesday a little bit. So happy to be back. Hopefully we get back on track, which we should be. It starts right now, delivering this one to y'all. And I thought it was a great show. It's been a great day and night of football. A solid week of wrestling. Yep. One of the biggest weeks of wrestling coming up. And should be awesome.
Yep. Oh, let's not forget NXT's coming up too. We might just have to get a little into that, dwell on that a little. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that because I almost forgot about that. But that's huge too. So I'm glad we went over the Rumble a little bit today because on Wednesday night, when we deliver the podcast Thursday morning, hopefully we'll have some time to talk about NXT TakeOver.
All right, man. And on that note, we're going to sign off. I'm Faking No Moves at FAKINNOMOVES. That's where you can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. Holla at you. Holla at my boy.
I'm Working Genius at Working Genius, WORKINGENIUS. You can catch me on Snapchat, Instagram. Don't forget to follow the No Politics Podcast, just at No Politics Podcast on SoundCloud, on YouTube, on Instagram, and coming soon to iTunes as usual.
Yep. We're definitely coming, and be safe out there. Peace.